Okay, so we're in Clovis, California, getting ready to set a water heater out here. Propane, 40 gallon. And we've got everything installed here. We did go ahead and replace your valve. Just soldered a new adapter on, took the old one off. Ball valves work, so this is a 3/4 inch watts full port. Quarter turn ball valve with a brass nipple tied into the copper. Got a copper adapter on here. The water's bleeding through the hot side a little bit, so we stuffed a rag in there to keep the water from dripping down. Got the straps in already, and we got some boards back here to stand off the water heater because you've got a gas line down here, and we don't want to crunch it. We want to suck this all the way up against the wall, so you can see the board's about 1.5 inches thick. Pipe's about 1 inch, so we'll be fine down there. We typically come in and change this gas valve. Unfortunately, we are not going to in this case. This is very old. It's a spin through. They typically begin leaking, but the problem is someone's opened up this wall and run some corrugated stainless steel tubing, or roll of it. I would imagine it went over to the stove in the kitchen somewhere along the way, because just behind me, it snakes around the back and goes through the wall. I'm imagining it's a stove, and they've filled it with this expanding foam. So, if we try and work on this, you got to pull the foam out. Got to see what's going on back there. We don't want to try to just unscrew this and hope that we don't damage this line. So we're going to leave this valve in place. It's a full 1/2 inch outside diameter, and that's what we use. So we're going to leave that one and put a new supply line on. This is not a part of the contract to replace this, so we're within our scope of work. We just like to replace them when we can. So I don't know. I think a contractor built this house and did lots of work in here. It was kind of funny, and you can see all the foam around the perimeter. So we're going to leave that. We'll take another video when we're done. And we'll get this water heater ready to go. Outside of that, this portion of the video is done. So we're in Clovis, California. We just finished setting a Bradford White 40 gallon LP water heater. It's liquid propane. This is your model number and serial number right there. It's the RG240T6X. X is for propane. 40 stands for the 40 gallon. So you can get your card out of here, fill it out, mail it to Bradford White, or go to their website, bradfordwhite.com, fill it out. They'll ask for your name, street address, all that, model number, serial number, and get your warranty going on this item. As per contract, first thing we did is we installed a brand new gas supply line. So stainless steel, the old one, a lot of plumbers reuse that stuff. We don't. Brand new supply line. We did replace the shutoff valve after all. We took a video a little earlier. We weren't sure what was going on the wall with all this foam back in there. But it's just an old valve, so we did replace that. That's not part of the contract, but so it's just free of charge, no big deal, $10 item. So brand new shutoff valve, brand new supply line. Lower third is the adjustable strap per code. Upper third, adjustable strap per code. And then what we did is we took the existing relief line, we cut it back, put a 90 on it, came up here, put an adapter on it, and then we've got a Falcon stainless steel connector that comes over to the relief valve. This relief valve comes with the unit. The most important part of the unit is this. Too much temperature and or pressure happens in the unit, it will pop off, and water comes out right down there. You can see on the ground. So that should never happen. You can come out here once a year to make sure it's working correctly. Just pop it up and let it slam back down, and it's good to go. If this fails to function correctly and you get too much temperature and or pressure, this thing will launch in the air 100 feet. So, and I've never seen that happen except in training videos, so don't be alarmed. Typically, it's not a problem. Up top, we do have a brand new venting system all the way through the roof. Just some adjustable fittings screwed together, a little offset. Everything was pretty well lined up, so that's brand new up to your dual wall B vent. One note I do not like: you have the S-tile roof with the LED flashings. It's fine for vents where you can see that the LED rolls down into the vent and caps it off. For a water heater, not so much. You can see there's a storm collar on it, but that LED is not collapsed around the pipe. There's no sealing there. You're going to get water through there. You need to get it sealed. You need that LED kind of bent back and around it. Get a roof route here up on that tile, because that S-tile is easy to break. But we don't warrant that. That's your pipe. I would get it replaced. Doesn't need to be that high. You can put a new piece in there, put it back down, wrap it in place, or just leave it, whatever you want to do. But that's my only nit and pick for existing piping in there. We did go ahead and cut off your old gate valve was back here. We don't know if it was going to leak or not, but it simply, had a lot of scaling on it, so we went ahead and we cut that out, soldered it off, put a new adapter on, put on a Watts 3/4 inch full port ball valve. It's quarter turn on, quarter turn off, so those are great. They work forever. A little brass nipple there because you got copper plumbing in the home. To a Falcon stainless steel connector. These are the Mega Flows, almost a full 3/4 inch. It's a 0.725 inch inside diameter, down to a brass nipple and coupling. Same thing on the hot side. We cut that back because the supply line was soldered on there. Put an adapter on, so now you have a mechanical joint. If you ever need to change these supplies, whatever, for whatever reason, you can do it. You don't need a plumber. Before everything was soldered in place, you needed some soldering skills. So this side, same thing, 3/4 by 15 Falcon stainless steel connector down to the top of the tank, brass coupling, brass nipple. Everything looks good in here. The burner is lit, water is heating. Take about 2 hours. You have hot water. Outside of that, this installation is done.